Well, we'd been putting up with some pretty bad weather, couldn't hardly see the sky. Then we got a weather forecast for 4 or 5 clear days ahead of us, and we thought, let's take a drive, let's try to get to Amherst Island. Well, we got a good start. We're thinking about what it was like when we were there the last time, a couple years ago. Darned if we didn't get stuck in accidents for about 2 hours on the highway. This was really daunting to put up with it. You have to keep your wits about you for sure, so something like this doesn't happen to you. But I'm being very careful. Driving along here, I'm still thinking about what it was like the last time we were there. We got some wonderful pictures. We got to the dock, we were late, but I took some pictures of the swans and shot a little bit of the video. It was going to be dark by the time we got off the ferry if we went across that night, so we decided to stay on the Kingston side, and we just went and camped out at the Walmart overnight. First thing in the morning, we were right there. Here we are getting on the boat. It's still dark, but wow, we're getting across. It's going to be exciting. There's the van. Wow, I'm looking forward to this. We're on the Amherst side now. We're pulling off, and we're going to take a tour. Sun's just starting to come up. We're driving around a little bit. We're going to pull up here and watch for the sunrise. See if I could get a decent shot of the sunrise. This is a spot where we like to stop and have our little picnics when we're here. I've gotten some great shots from here too. Wow. There the sun's coming up. Now we're going to just drive around the island. Kind of just idle along around the island, keeping your eyes open all the time, because you never know what you're going to see. There's lots of owls on the island here, and I'm just hoping for the best. Snow, but the last time we were here it was super cold, and there was an awful lot more snow than this, that's for sure. We got some wonderful shots too. It's like 25 below zero the last time I was here, if I remember. Oh, there's a swan off on the left. A couple of them. Got a couple pictures of the swans here. Wow, never saw that before. Here, this is where we see the owls lots of times, right out in this field here. Wow, caught a little hawk flying away here off of the fence wire. It's not perfectly sharp, unfortunately. Here's one on a fence post and one in the tree. Not the best hawks I've ever seen, but you know, what are you going to do? You photograph what you see. Driving around here again. It seemed like I was driving all the time, just going really slow. Now this is the Owl Woods. In the Owl Woods this time, wow, I was blessed to find this barred owl. I was so happy to see this owl. I met a fella from Quebec City that showed me how to find a barred owl. Well, we got to tour all around the coastline because the roads were quite clear. Saw some deer here, driving along, right along the shore. Sometimes these roads were closed when we came first time. It's nice to see everything around here. Wow. Look at this northern harrier. I got to be so close to this fella. I shot him through a hole in the tree covering. There's a little picnic spot out here. I've had lunch there a few times in the past, but we didn't this time. I'm just looking. I heard that there was a fox running around here, a fox and coyotes, and we went looking for him, but we didn't have any success finding fox or coyote. We found the swans again. Now it's brighter, getting more towards midday. Just driving along. It's really it's really nice. This is a great experience to be, if you're from the city, to get out here and just drive around in the country. This is a conservatory area, but there were no birds here. Lots of times I've seen all kinds of different birds here. Like here I was a year ago or 2 years ago, trudging through the snow, trying to get close enough to this owl up in the trees here. There she is. What a beautiful female snowy. Here we are, we see a hawk flying off a tree. I didn't even get to take a picture. As soon as he saw the van, he was gone. I'm out looking around here, trying to find something. Wow, we're parked up here waiting for the owls to come out. We have to wait until 4:30, 5 o'clock at night. Everybody's all ready. Lots of long glass. Here the owls are coming in now. It's hard to maintain any kind of focus on the video with these guys because they're just tiny in the video, and the video camera wants to focus on the trees. There's a few of the owls. Here's one on a post there. It's flying in. It was very interesting. I prefer shooting stills. Now here you can see the noise in this picture, and with the new noise reduction in Lightroom, look at that. Pulled the noise right out of that picture. That was just great. Here the owls are flying along the tree line. You can see how small they're so far away they look tiny. There's a couple blinds set up out here for people to photograph. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Never seen that before. Here's one coming in for a landing. I like this one here. I really like that pose right there. Here he's just fluffing out his feathers here, shaking them up. Birds flying by here. The wind turbines were all stopped. The thermal plants were pumping full bore though, that's for sure. Here's a shorty. Look at there. There he is flying over. Sitting on some wood pile there. I was happy. I'm just blessed just to find any of them at all. Here you see the noise again. There the noise is reduced. Well, it's nighttime. A friend offered us to park in her driveway, and I got some shots early in the morning then. Nice farms here. Sun's coming up. Beautiful morning. You can just about feel the cold though, really. Here's some deer looking at us. Wow, beautiful. Tried to get a few shots of them. We found this frozen lake sort of thing with the trees growing out of it. It's very pretty, really. Yeah, it's flooded lowlands here. I did some photography, some HDR, trying to bring in the detail here. Some bulrushes. Something to see. I mean, once again, it's far different from what I have where I live. It's nice to be there and see different things. Here's Mary taking a shot of me. I'm walking down the road there. I got my pant legs tucked into my shoes. Wow. Now I got some nice HDR shots here. Once again, there's the frozen lowlands. I'm always looking for something, but it's hard to find anything sometimes. Sun's coming through the trees. I mean, it's a beautiful day to be out anywhere at all. Just wonderful. There's the video. Just that's what it sort of looks like. It looks kind of gray, but when I do a photo of it, I can bump up the colors and HDR things and make it a little more interesting. See what I mean? Wow. Once again, driving around. I'm always keeping track of my mileage, and when you're driving around here, you're not doing very well. You get maybe 12 miles to the gallon in the van, but when you're on the highway, you might get 17 if you're lucky. But we didn't make 17 miles to the gallon at all this trip. We did get a little over 15, very little over 15, and that was coming straight home. Wow, there's a bird on the wire. Look at those legs, eh? Really strong legs on these characters. Talons. We saw some otters. There was a family of 3 otters ran across the road. I've never ever seen otters in my life, and to see 3 of them run across the road, I stopped and I got, I think, one of the best swan pictures I've ever got. The sun was just beating down on this swan, and the blue was magnificent. There you see the Irish wall on the right side here. Look at that. Wow, this is built the way they were ages past. Once again, I'm just driving around. I'm looking for foxes. I heard there were foxes, and I heard there was coyotes here, so I was definitely looking for them. And I tried really hard to find them. Oh, no, that's a cat. This is what the fox was like in the winter when we were here last year. 2 years ago, we were there in the winter, and we got the fox. I did get some shots of this partridge. I was delighted with that. Then we saw some owls again. Here we are parked up where the owls come out. It's our second day shooting the owls. Just hoping I get some good success. There weren't that many of them, you know, this time. There seems to be either a decoy or an owl on that one post there, I'm not sure. And the owls are flying around here. There's the owl on a post here. You can see how small he is. He's off in the distance. And it's getting dark. It's like sunset and past sunset. You're in the golden hour and you don't have a lot of light. So it's hard to get good shots of them. It's hard for the focus to work. It's hard to get a good enough shutter speed. What I was doing is using the tripod, and I was using a lower shutter speed to try and reduce the ISO, keep the noise down as much as I could. Wow, look at there. I waited a long time for that. Here he is flying. This is a composite of one owl in flight. 2 years ago we got these guys here. You can see a bunch of them in the tree there. Look at there, 3 in that tree. And the guys were out on the fence post here. They were twice as far away this year. Really hard to get good shots of them. Now we're leaving the island. We're going to head towards the Dark Sky Park to spend the night there. Hopefully we might see some aurora, we were thinking, but the weather forecast seemed to change and we didn't get all the clear weather we were hoping for. Wow, a deer jumped right out in front of the van here. I had to stop really quickly or we would have had him. We would have killed him. Here we are in Burleigh Falls. Look at there, the water's raging past here. I shot some shots of the waves and things here. Water going over the rocks. HDR always helps. Look at there. Bit of sunrise coming up. Look at this. Wow, I've been taking pictures here forever. Farewell to Burleigh Falls. We got a couple shots there. It's quite a detour, you know, it's not cheap to drive there, but look at this. Wow. I'm really happy with these shots that I got, HDR shots. In the fall when I've been there, I got better shots. Now we're headed towards Apsley Mill. Gonna drive down here, see what the mill pond is like. Wow, I'm liking it. I got some nice frozen water here. Look at this, wow. Just loving it. Like I said, I've been coming here for many years, looking for things to photograph. The mill pond is really nice. Even when it's frozen, it's just wonderful. Here's the bridge. This is where I get the shots from, off this bridge. So I'm just stopping here and getting a few shots of the waterfalls. Doing my best. That's beautiful. Beautiful shots of the waterfalls, I think. Lots of energy there. Look at this. It's nice in the winter, but I think I've had better results here in the fall when I've been here in the fall. I've got, look at this, I've got some amazing shots in the fall. All the colored leaves. It's beautiful here. Really something to see. Look at that, what a fall shot. So now we're headed into Algonquin Park. I love Algonquin Park. Wow, I went here the first time with my uncles many years ago. This is the gate coming in now. Pulling in here into the logging exhibit here. We had our washroom break and now we're headed down Highway 60. Look at this. It's really nice. It's a good long drive down here. It almost seems a little more boring in the winter than it is in the summer. Still, it's a nice drive. Lots of rock faces on the right, water on the left. This is what it was like in the fall. Look at this. That's when you get the colors. Beautiful colors in the fall. But it's winter time, so we're going to make the best of it. Logging trucks on the road, you got to give them the right of way. You don't want them to drive right over top of you. So we're going to pull in on the left here and let the truck go by. Now I'm planning to turn around here, but what a surprise I got. I pull in here. There's some other people there. They're feeding the blue jays and the gray jays. It's just great. Look at this little guy. Peanuts. Look at there. Beautiful birds. They seem to be a bright, bright blue color here. Jumping off the branch. Yeah, I'm happy with the blue jay shots that I got. There's a gray jay. Gray jays are really nice too. They're totally different. A little chickadee jumping. And this, my first ever Pine Marten. I've never ever seen a Pine Marten before. I was just blown away. Wow. So we're back on the road again. Stopping at the gate to get a few shots of the park before we leave. This is just outside the gate. I like to get shots of this river here every time I'm here. It's just beautiful. I've seen people painting this many times. There it is in the fall. Beautiful colors in the fall. Never fails. All good things come to an end, so we have to drive home. There's the barred owl that I got. Beautiful shots. I'm so happy with that picture. Burleigh Falls. Burleigh Falls again. Algonquin Park. Apsley Mill. Mill Pond. A couple years ago, an Amherst Island. And here's a composite showing one owl in flight flying across the screen. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon.